Hey guys, Rhett here. The example I have today is the transformation of a sine graph. So I've just noted up here at the top in blue the generalized transformations for a sine graph. Y is equal to a sine of n x plus b plus c. So this a at the front seeks to dilate the graph by a factor of a from the x-axis. The n here dilates the graph by a factor of 1 over n. So watch out there from the y-axis. The b, depending on the value, will move it left or right, parallel to the x-axis, and the c will move it up or down, parallel to the y-axis. So the example I have here is y is equal to sine of x, and I want to apply a series of transformations to take the graph to the one I've got written down here. Y is equal to 4 sine 2, open bracket, x minus pi over 2 plus 2. And then I've just expanded that inside bracket here. Just a note for you, you always want to have the equation written in this form here, with that factor taken out the front of the x, and that'll make sure that you get the horizontal translation correct. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is dilate and reflect, and then I want to transform it left and right, up and down. So the first one I'm going to apply here, number one, is I'm going to dilate by factor 4 from x-axis. So that is essentially the equation y equals 4 sine x. The second transformation, so that's now looking at the n. So I'm going to dilate by factor, now it's 1 over 2. This number down here is a 2, so the factor is 1 over 2 from the y-axis. So the equation I have here, y is equal to 4 sine of 2x. Number 3. Okay, so now I'm up to my horizontal translation. So in order to get this equation down here in black, I want to translate it by pi over 2 units to the right. Translate pi over 2 units right. And then we say parallel to the x-axis, so it just makes it really clear. And then the last one, number 4, I'll just write that in, 4 sine two, watch out, x minus pi over 2 in there. Okay, and then finally translate 2 units up, parallel to y-axis. And that's how I end up with this equation down here in black. Okay, so here on this page I've drawn the graph of sine x. We then apply the dilation of factor 4 from the x-axis. The sine x turns into the 4 sine x, green to orange. We then take the orange graph and we halve its period, so that factor of 1 over 2. So the orange graph turns into the purple graph. From the purple graph, we move it pi over 2 units to the right. So we'll have a look at the purple, turns into this grey one. So that's being moved. And then finally, the grey one, we're going to move it 2 units up. So the grey graph turns into this final blue graph. And now just for reference, I'll put the initial graph and the final transformed graph there with the new equilibrium. Thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to like and subscribe. And as always, good luck with methods.